You.
All right, excellent. Well, we got those $1,400 checks. They were initially going to go to individuals in some denomination up to those making $100,000 per year. But since we've got a little bit more of a cap on them, it's only going to individuals making up to $80,000 per year. And we should note that the people at the higher end of that income bracket, they're not going to get the full check. They're just going to get a portion of it. There was also a bit of a debate about whether unemployment and uninsurance supplementals should change. But at this point, it seems like lawmakers are going to keep those, or raise them rather, to $400 per week. We are going to see a couple other changes with the Senate bill because of Senate rules and procedure. They're not going to be able to include a couple of infrastructure projects that the House had passed. So we've got those sort of as the main changes right now that we're seeing between the bill the Senate is set to vote on and the bill the House passed last week.
Hey, Emily, Democratic senators like Joe Manchin of West Virginia, Senator Shaheen of New Hampshire, these are moderate senators. This obviously a win for them. How big of a loss is this, though, for the Biden administration? The Biden administration also, really campaigning on the stimulus checks given to certain people, and some of those people will not be getting them.
Well, the Biden administration's big thing here was always the size of the check, that $1,400. There was a little more flexibility on exactly who should be the group to get these checks. I think the Biden administration is sort of taking a wider look here at this overall bill. They see passing the bill as a victory and getting this relief into the hands of Americans. Obviously, when Democrats have as narrow of a majority as they do right now, that is going to involve some degree of compromise.
What about Republicans? Where do Republicans come in on this? How difficult is it going to be to get Republicans on board?
At this point, it looks like there are going to be no Republicans who are going to be supporting this bill. After the initial start of Biden talking about bipartisanship, meeting with Republican senators, it just didn't seem like there was going to be a path forward because President Biden was pretty insistent that he wanted that $1.9 trillion package, and Republicans were insistent that they wanted far less. And so you're not going to be seeing a lot of bipartisanship on this bill. That said, the Biden administration is hoping to get bipartisanship on future pieces of legislation. But I think that this one shows just how difficult it is to get that bipartisan support in such a partisan and divided Congress.
So what happens now, Emily? The debate is happening. The discussion is happening. When do Americans get these checks?
That's a fantastic question. So it's going to be a little bit up in the air because the Senate has to go through this process where Republicans can offer to add amendments to this larger stimulus package. And that is something known as a vote-a-rama, and it does take quite a bit of time. If it starts on Thursday, it could easily go to early Friday morning or into the day on Friday. So it might not be till Friday or even Saturday when the Senate votes. From there, it needs to go back to the House because, remember, changes have been made. The House needs to vote on what the Senate voted on. And then from there, there's going to be a process to start getting these checks out to Americans and other pieces of relief out to states, local governments, and other entities.
Hey, Emily, I just want to end taking a little bit of a turn here, switching topics. A militia group may be planning a breach on the Capitol, the police warned. What do we know about what the police have found out about a potential March 4th breach, and why March 4th?
So those of us in the Capitol have had our eye on March 4th for a little bit. It's been known that that was a day that militia groups were interested in targeting the Capitol. March 4th used to be the day that the president was inaugurated. It wasn't until much recently that it was changed to January 20th. And so there's sort of been these rumors circulating online that Trump will have another chance on March 4th to become president. This is factually incorrect. It is not accurate whatsoever. Capitol Hill Police, though, are keeping an eye out. They say they have made significant security upgrades ahead of tomorrow, and the current acting chief of the United States Capitol Police has said that she's confident that they will be ready for any sort of threat.
Yeah, Fringe doesn't even begin to describe the idea that President Trump will become president tomorrow. Bloomberg government congressional reporter Emily Wilkins. Emily, thank you, as always, for your time. It's great to have you on Quick Take.